Welcome back to the channel. We are working on doing all the little stuff to get this thing ready to go. So these are, I just have a nut well on the back. They're going to go down in these holes here to act as a tube cap, but also that is where the skid plate will mount is up. It'll come up and bend up and bolt to the side. That way there's nothing to catch on the bottom. So we're gonna start doing the skid plates, and then hopefully we can get those knocked out and move on to drive shafts. And then from there it's just we're about ready to start testing and tuning this thing. We're getting pretty close to a first startup on it. Obviously we still have to like pull the ram out, pull the front axle out, weld all that stuff up. You know, same with the rear, get the rear truss welded out, get the links, all the little stuff. But let's see if we can get some skid plates working and some drive shafts. All right, I got a piece of cardboard cut out, and it folds up on the sides and mounts to the side bolts. So this will be the main skid plate. I got a few little modifications to do to it, but we'll do that in the computer. We want this width here to be just as wide as the press brake so I can bend it. Otherwise we're gonna have to cut and weld, and I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. So should work perfectly. Let's get in the computer. Got it all cleaned up, bent up, and on. Fits really nice. It is bowed down a tiny bit in the center, so I may end up slotting these holes this vertically instead of just horizontally. Slot them vertically, pull it up a little bit, and then if that's the case, I'll do a weld washer to make it dialed into place, and also that'll help protect the bolt heads. All right, so with this skid plate done, we got to do the skid plate under the engine. As you can see, the engine hangs pretty low. It is also at full bump below the axle and frame and everything. So there's kind of two options for that. One of them is to try and run a cross member here right in front of the crank, and with that then I could just do two straight tubes down to the belly, but the coolant line and links are probably not gonna like that. So what we're gonna try to do instead is the other option, which is if I can bend tight enough, I can basically come out of here and do a hoop as far up as I need to, and then come back, and we can also make that removable, which means all this will be easier to service if we ever need to. And then I can do a support up to the motor mount or something like that as well. So I think we're gonna start with that, see if we can get a piece of 1.5 inch bent up, and then we can mount a plate to that once it's done. Alright, we got that hoop all bent up. Hugs pretty nice to the tight to the motor. Could make it a little bit longer, but I shortened it a bit just because it flows nicely there, and it's going to be easy to mount up to the engine mount there. And then I have 2 disconnects here, which allows this bolt to come out for this link. So we just have to pull the skid plate to pull the link out. But yeah, so let's make a plate for this real quick, get that stitch welded in, and then we'll move on to the side ones. Made some quick cardboard templates. That is going to be the skid plate for up under here. There's a cutout for the seat mount, and then this one it fits as well. We just need to not have the cutout. So let's get these on the computer real quick and then throw them on. All right, we got that drawn up with a couple drain holes. That way it won't trap any dirt or water. So we'll get this cut out real quick, and then the front, we will just add this back in and take that out. All the skid plates finished up. Did a mount to the motor that's removable there, and then it's removable here, so we can remove that to service. Should hold up nice. All right, so we got a stock drive shaft here with Toyota joints. This is our minimum distance at full bump for the rear drive shaft, and then we need 3 inches of travel. Obviously right here we don't have 3 inches, so we're going to cut this section out, put some of this in it, which is quite a bit thicker too. That way when we drag it on rocks it doesn't break. So let's build this drive shaft. All right, we got both ends within 5 thou. We are going to try to pull it with a couple more tacks, and then once, I mean, that's pretty good right there. But once we get it, if we can pull it a little bit with the tacks, be a little better, then we'll weld it out. Alright, we got the drive shaft all welded up. We're gonna throw it on real quick, and that way we have the rear done. Drive shaft all bolted up. Now we just gotta check it through travel. And looks like the drive shaft's working good at full bump and full dirt.